Okay guys, this is the follow-up to the previous video. This is the follow-up on independent variable and dependent variable. I'm going to show you this worksheet. I'm actually going to give the answers for this worksheet, and then I'm going to have you guys do a different worksheet, which looks like that one with just 4 examples, okay? And then you're going to have to fill it out and submit it, all right? Or just write the answers in on the submission form. I'll have that ready for you. Okay, so let's start off, and I'm going to flip the camera. Hopefully you're not watching it on a computer screen and you have to turn your head sideways. But to go through it, basically I want to just talk about this first example, okay? So remember, again, back to what I was saying before, dependent variables depend on the independent variables, okay? So back to this again, sorry. Okay, so in this example, a cow is given a growth hormone and then compared to another cow that was not given a growth hormone. Both cows were weighed at 2 years, meaning 2 years old. So one of the cows was given a growth hormone, the other cow was not given a growth hormone, and at 2 years old they weighed them, okay? So what they're doing is they're trying to figure out whether or not the growth hormone helps them grow, right? Okay, so if you think about it, we've got the 2 different examples, the 2 different variables, the 2 different things they're trying to figure out. They're trying to figure out whether or not they got a growth hormone, okay, and what they weighed, okay? So now we got to ask ourselves, we got to fill out the independent variable and the dependent variable, okay? We've got one of those is going to be there. I'll probably do for your papers, I'll underline the different variables so you can figure out which one's for which. Although you could probably do it yourself, but just make it easier for you, I'll underline them. Okay, so basically, if you take a look at those 2 variables, which one is the dependent variable and which one is the independent variable? Think about how we did this activity over here. Okay, which one would go on which side? Sorry, it's blurry. Okay, which one would go on which side? Does the weight depend on the growth hormone, whether or not they were given a growth hormone, or does whether or not they were given a growth hormone depend on their weight? Okay, so we got to figure out which one's independent and which one's dependent. I'm also going to flip these around on your papers. So this, I'm actually going to change it right now. Sorry, just to make it less confusing. So it's in the same way that we did it in our activity. Dependent